Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for being here this fine Wednesday morning. And if you want to follow along, we'll be starting the final chapter of James, James chapter 5. James chapter 5, looking at verse 1 today. And we're going to deal for a few days here with the issue that has tortured and tormented man over time. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. So obviously we see then the topic that James is about to deal with, the issue of the rich man, the greedy man, the man that is hoarding finances, property, things of this world. Simply put, the word we would use would be materialism. And again, be very careful as we go through these verses as James deals with this issue to understand and remember that James isn't condemning money. Money is a necessary thing. Everybody, you got to have money to eat, to live. And so James, God himself is not condemning money. In fact, if you look through the Bible, some of God's finest servants were very wealthy. Abraham, Job, Solomon. Look through the Bible. There are a number David, number of very wealthy, powerful people who were servants of God. But money wasn't their problem. They had other issues, but money wasn't their problem. What happens is what James is writing against, what James is speaking against, is the issue that happens in so many people's life is when money turns into God. When money becomes a person's primary goal in life. And James has, in previous verses, chapter 1, chapter 2, has already addressed the issue of riches. But here he is actually, look carefully, he's not speaking about the issue of riches. He's speaking about the rich men. He's speaking to the rich people whose life, their life is devoted. They will do whatever it takes to get more stuff. They will hurt people, they will steal, they will embezzle, whatever it takes. And this has been an issue, obviously, at least back to biblical days. And again, especially in America today, it is a major issue that we want more and more and more. Man seems to never be able to have enough. And what James says here, when he says, go to weep and howl for your miseries, he says you can have all the riches, you can have all the finances, the money that you want, but he says you will have misery. And many times that misery is caused by the riches themselves. And so over the next few days, we're going to dig into what James has to say about this issue. Again, the riches themselves are not the issue. It's what we do with them. It's how we treat them. It's how we look at them. It's how we covet them. It's how we get them. If we gain our riches immorally, improperly, that's the issue. The riches are not the problem. It's everything that can be attached to it. And that's what we're going to look at over these next few days. And I encourage you. And let me say something else. You don't have to be rich to have that problem. There are a lot of poor people who are coveting and striving riches, who will lie, steal, cheat, do whatever it takes. It's not, even though he uses the phrase rich men here, all of us can fall into this trap if we're not careful. Think about it. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.